We are tracking some big thunderstorms in and around central Texas. Most of the activity, as you see, is east of us. This stuff is moving very fast. We could get winds to 60 miles an hour, so let's be on the lookout. We'll take a look at your Viper radar and your 7-day forecast coming up in just a minute. Stormy weather tonight over eastern areas, as you see right here. If you're out in LaGrange, College Station, and those areas, a big squall line dropping through that area with strong gusty winds. We're getting winds gusting to 30 to 45 miles an hour, so we were getting some beneficial rain. Hopefully we won't have any problems. We'll take a look at your forecast coming right up. Well, thank you, Judy. Pretty busy afternoon over much of central Texas, East Texas as well. All of that activity now dropping through here. Some of you in our viewing area are probably hearing thunder and lightning right now, and we know the winds are gusting up to about 30, 45 miles an hour in some spots. Let's take a look at Doppler radar and show you the latest image. As you can see, we're developing a squall line as this whole activity starts moving toward Houston. So as we zoom in, you can see how the temperatures have really dropped over the Austin area. We're at 72 now after being in the 90s, and the squall line will move all the way from Austin area through Lexington, Caldwell, and on up into Bryan. Now, this activity is, shall we say, every few minutes it gets stronger and then it weakens, but as it's generally headed south, it's rolling into an area of very moist Gulf air, and as a result, those of you in LaGrange and Columbus and all the way south into the Gulf Coast will be dealing with this activity tonight. So we're looking at severe weather rolling through much of our region as we go through the evening. We're going to be watching this activity for you. Stay tuned right here, and everything breaks into Travis County. We'll definitely be watching it for you. Now, as I mentioned a couple of days ago, remember that big dome of hot air that was on top of us, and it dropped a little bit into northern Mexico? Well, that allowed what we call a northwesterly flow in the upper atmosphere. That's why this activity began up in North Texas through the Dallas area, and is now making a beeline all the way down to Galveston. So it'll be continuing dropping south. Now tomorrow, with all the moisture left over from this rainfall, we'll probably see a couple more showers. So we're not out of the woods yet. I mean, we want the rain. We just don't want the damage associated with the severe thunderstorms. All of the counties that are to the east of us continue under a severe thunderstorm watch, and we have a couple of counties over toward Giddings that are in the severe thunderstorm warning area right now. Now, as we get into the next couple of days, all this activity will sort of be wandering around the region for another day or so. That's why all of these counties continue under the severe thunderstorm watch. And then tomorrow, all of this area, basically East Texas, North Texas, will be under a slight threat of additional thundershower activity. So let's just hope that we get the much needed rainfall, not the much needed, power lines down and trees down and all that good stuff. You see how the temperatures have dropped dramatically, folks. We were in the upper 90s just a couple hours ago, but as the rain clouds came through and the wind started blowing around, things got a little bit better. Let's take a look at the next 48 hours on our microcast. You can see there's a stationary front to the north of us. That's sort of enhanced that thundershower activity. But then, as that Gulf air starts inflowing into the thunderstorm complex, it sort of increased in intensity and now moving south. Over the next 48 hours, though, the front sort of washes away. We have a few lingering showers around the area tomorrow. And then as we get into Wednesday, Thursday, we'll start I shouldn't say the drying out. It'll be quite humid and quite sticky, but it will have less of a chance for any thundershower activity. So storms to the north and east tonight, muggy with a low of only 75 degrees. Overnight low temperatures staying on the muggy side. Cloudy tomorrow morning, which is good to get some work done, but it'll break out into partly cloudy in the afternoon with a couple of thundershowers popping around, especially in areas east. Take a look at your extended outlook through Wednesday. We have that 20, maybe 30% chance, depending on where you're standing, because we have such a huge viewing area. There's people all over the state of Texas that are watching you at this very moment, Ron, at this very moment, and they should know that our rain chance sort of goes away and temperatures get back a little bit closer to the seasonal average. That's it from the weather front. Back to you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mac.